Shanghai. Reuters. China stands on the right side of history over the Ukraine crisis, as time will tell, and its position is in line with the wishes of most countries, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said. China will never accept any external coercion or pressure, and opposes any unfounded accusations and suspicions against China, Wang told reporters on Saturday evening, according to a statement published by his ministry on Sunday. Wang's comments came after U.S. President Joe Biden warned his Chinese counterpart, Xi Jinping, on Friday of consequences if Beijing gave material support to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. During the video call, Xi told Biden the war in Ukraine must end as soon as possible and called on NATO nations to hold a dialogue with Moscow. He did not, however, assign blame to Russia, according to Beijing's statements about the call. Wang said the most important message Xi sent was that China has always been a force for maintaining world peace. We have always stood for maintaining peace and opposing war, Wang said, reiterating that China will make independent judgments. China's position is objective and fair, and is in line with the wishes of most countries. Time will prove that China's claims are on the right side of history. Also on Saturday, Vice Foreign Minister Liu Sheng said that sanctions imposed by Western nations on Russia over Ukraine were increasingly outrageous. The United States and its European and Asian allies have imposed sweeping sanctions on Russia for the February 24 invasion of its neighbor, which they call a war of aggression by President Vladimir Putin. He says he launched a special operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. While saying it recognizes Ukraine's sovereignty, Beijing has repeatedly said that Russia has legitimate security concerns that should be addressed and urged a diplomatic solution to the conflict. This story corrects spelling of suspicions. In second paragraph, Zelensky says Russia wages terror. Mariupol says thousands deported. Lviv/Odessa, Ukraine. Reuters. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia's siege of the port city of Mariupol was a terror that will be remembered for centuries to come, while local authorities said thousands of residents there had been taken by force to Russia. Over the past week, several thousand Mariupol residents were deported onto the Russian territory, the city council said in a statement on its Telegram channel late on Saturday. Reuters could not independently verify the claim. Ukraine's Mariupol says Russia forcefully deported thousands of its people. Reuters. The city council of Ukraine's Mariupol said Russian forces forcefully deported several thousand people from the besieged city last week, after Russia had spoken of refugees arriving from the strategic port. Over the past week, several thousand Mariupol residents were deported onto the Russian territory, the council said in a statement on its Telegram channel late on Saturday. The occupiers illegally took people from the Lvov district and from the shelter in the sports club building, where more than 1,000 people, mostly women and children, were hiding from the constant bombing. Australia bans alumina exports to Russia, sources call for Ukraine. Reuters. Australia has imposed an immediate ban on exports of alumina and aluminum ores, including bauxite, to Russia, the government said on Sunday as part of its ongoing sanctions against Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine. Russia relies on Australia for nearly 20% of its alumina needs, the Australian government said in a joint statement from several ministries, including the Prime Minister's office. It added that the move will limit Russia's capacity to produce aluminium, which is a critical export for Russia.